Hello YouTube, you got your boy Anthony here today, testing out the volcanic deck again. A lot of people seem to like the volcanic deck test, number 1 and number 2. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just make another uh, volcanic test number 3. And today we're playing against some XSabers. Pretty good duel, but now the deck itself is very good. I really enjoy playing it. I will, as rating system wise, I would give the deck a 5 out of 10. The only reason I'm giving it a 5 and not higher is because it lacks not consistency. It lacks speed. This deck has relatively no speed at all. It has no crazy special summon capacity. I mean, it can, but you need a lot of things already in play in order for you to do that, as you'll see a little bit later. Um, but overall, I really enjoyed playing the deck. I really do, but the only problems it does have is playing against faster paced decks, such as dragons, such as BA, such as Quilt. It has a very hard time playing against decks like that can OTK relatively quickly. Now the deck overall is very strong. It's very fun to play if you're just a casual player, but if you're a competitive player and you're here just trying to figure out if volcanics are competitive as of right now, they're not as competitive as some of us may want them to be, but they can be if you build them properly. That's why a lot of people are messing around right now, trying to build volcanic shitballs, trying to build volcanic BA and stuff like that. They're trying to figure out if they can make the deck work. But realistically, only a lot of people in those decks only run 2 Pacific, maybe 3 Pacific volcanic cards, and which is mostly counter and scatter shot, along with what's his name right here, Shell. And those are really the main 3 that everybody is trying to fit in their decks and they're trying to work with. But I mean, it's all fun and dandy, but if you're here just to get a competitive volcanic deck, that's really not what you're ever gonna find, unless it's like a mixed variant type of volcanic deck. Um, but pure volcanics, as of right now, they're not very competitive. They can stand on their own 2 feet, but it does lack speed. It does desperately need speed. It really does, because the deck would be so much better with a little bit of speed to it. So that way you can get your plays off before your opponent has a chance to OTK. Before your opponent gets their key pieces, basically. I guess it's basically first come, first serve with the deck. As long as you get your plays off before your opponent, you should be okay. But even if you don't, that's the better side of this deck, though. Even if you don't, you can always go magazine, and if you can always go into your magazine, and if your opponent pops it, it actually works out just as well as it being face up on the field and you're getting an extra draw. You know what I mean? If your opponent has a full field of monsters, you can basically use scatter shot to Regeki them, and then you can use him to basically roll firestorm. You can basically use Firestorm to replenish your scatter shots and your counters in case you wanted to. Return from a Different Dimension is also a good card to play to get your your counters, and to get your counters back from the remove from play pile, so it stops your opponent from even thinking or considering to attack, because counter shot, if you have multiples in it and say your opponent attacks you for 2500, then you basically remove all 3. It automatically does it. You can't actually choose. It automatically does it itself. It removes all 3 of them, and your opponent takes 7500 points of damage, which is crazy, because if your opponent gets a 2500 beater on the field in 1 turn and you somehow manage to dump all 3 counters to your grave in 1 turn, you can basically win the game from there with just a simple counter and just one simple card, which is kind of amazing if you ask me. But anyway, guys, this is a wrap up. This video is wrapping up, so I just hope you guys all enjoyed the commentary, the video, and the duel. If so, give this video a like and comment down below. I would love to see your guys' feedback on what you guys think about the deck and how well you guys rate the deck. Well, this is Anthony, as always. See you guys later.